And Shabbat Shalom and greetings to you all. Well, I certainly hope Bruce had a really great celebration. And I hope everyone in the Northeast thawed out a little from the freezing cold. And I hope you all get together with those you love to celebrate Thanksgiving, about a week or so, and celebrate being with family and friends and fixtures in each other's lives. It's a really important thing to do. Thank you for being a friend. Traveled down a road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. It does not take much to say thanks. Thanksgiving's a holiday that exists for when we all come together to celebrate all the wonderful things of life. And it's an important thing to make sure that you do it, as we do every week when we gather our group of like-minded, like-souled fellows seeking unification of spirit. That's not a religious thing. It's a human thing. We all want to do it. The collective consciousness of seekers who come together in a showing of faith, of love, a community, a chavura, a fellowship, expressing our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes. It unites all of us, my friends, in this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach. So once again, please do go ahead and invite everybody, physically, psychically, emotionally, or spiritually to gather and share, as you will on Thanksgiving, from Psalm 133, the Hine Matov. Come together. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. How good, how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community, 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 together. Because let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world together, my friends. Remember, this is your setting aside just a little bit of your own sacred time in your own sacred space to honor and converse with whoever you happen to believe in. It is a part of your kavanah, your intention that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill going out and generating goodwill for others. And it's amazing how quickly the year is just whipping by. Seems like just yesterday Brett got married, that the non-Jewish Purim was celebrated, great birthdays were had, Thanksgiving is now upon us, and that means that Hanukkah and Christmas are just around the corner. And those are the twin festivals of light. And those twin festivals of light bring renewal and healing. They bring hope and promise. So let's take this time and send some light and some healing out to whoever you know that needs it. That goodwill which invokes healing and renewal for everybody, because it just floats through space finding those in need. So send it out for those you know and for those you don't know, for the souls and spirits of everybody you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal or love, or maybe just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people. It's for your pets, my friend, for the earth. It is the healing of the world, the tikkun olam that's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. So let's send our thoughts and energy for health and renewal for everybody in need, including yourself, for those in our hearts and our minds, for Kimmy and Maria, for Monty and David, for Honey and Cassie, and for Melissa. Friends, it is the kindness, healing, wishes, goodwill, and love that we all send out. It circles the world finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care. Because the world is a world of spirit. And spirit, my friends, never dies. Mi Sheberach Avoteinu Makor HaBracha Mimotenu, may the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of the body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Mishaberach, let us all have our spirits renewed, my friends. This is the great prayer for healing, in which we call upon God to heal as He is healed before. Mishaberach, may He who blessed, because all healing is a blessing. Let's send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. Now, this week we reach a biblical watershed moment in the story of this family that we've been reading about as we read chaiya Sara, Sarah's life. And it's not really about Sarah. In fact, she's an enigma. What do we know about her? Almost nothing. Remember, friends, biblical names were more statements than just names like we give. Adam meant earth and mankind. Eve meant breath. Ishmael, God has heard. Israel, wrestled with God. Yaakov, heel. Moses, Egyptian for true son. Sara, Egyptian and Hebrew for princess. Now, this may tell us her origin is Egyptian and therefore explain the story of Abraham and her being in Egypt and their great wealth. It may also explain their relationship and why Hagar was with him. We know Sarah was Abraham's sister. He confirmed that last week. And we know and saw that she had this wicked disposition. She dominated the relationship with her husband, ordering him to send away his other wife and firstborn son. And rumor has it, Sarah was not actually Abraham's true love. Now this, we do not know for sure. It's just a rumor. It's simply hearsay. Heard it from a friend. Heard it from a friend too. Heard it from another. You've been messing around. You're thinking up your white lies, putting on your bedroom eyes. You say you're coming home, but you don't say when. Genesis 23:1. And Sarah's life was 100 years and 20 years and 7 years. That's 127 for those of you counting. The years of Sarah's life. And Sarah died in Kiriath Arba. It is Hebron in the land of Canaan. That's it. That's the shortest biography in the Bible. Now, we may simply be told this as the background for the acquisition of the most famous tomb in history, the Cave of Machpelah, and the establishment of Hebron as being part of Abraham's land, his possession. I hate to tell you this, but this parsha is not about the life of Sarah. This is really about the transfer of power, and this parsha tells the stories all out of order, and that makes a difference. It tells us Sarah died, Isaac married, Abraham married again, Abraham dies. Hey, that sounds fine. It seems like a normal chain of events, and in the modern 20th and 21st century, it is. But the real history would probably have been significantly different. Abraham is on his deathbed when he sends his servant to find a wife for Isaac, and there's lots of evidence that points to it. So Abraham was probably married and was busy with his 6 sons, with Keturah, the wife we hear nothing about, and maybe he was married to her while Sarah still lived, which was normal, of course, for the times. The only patriarch actually even suspected of having just one wife was in fact Isaac, who we also know absolutely nothing about. There's even speculation that Keturah was Abraham's true love, and it's believed she may actually have been Hagar. True love. Your love. Baby, that's what you give to me. True love, your love. True love, baby, that's what you give to me. True love, it's a wonderful thing. Now, we're not going to explore that relationship this time, and the relationship with Keturah is a really significant relationship. Instead, we're going to look at the transfer of power and witness the most interesting betrothal ritual in the Bible. And we will see the origin of the Bedekin ceremony, which is still a part of most Jewish weddings. Genesis 24:2. And Abraham said to his servant, the elder of his house, who was in charge of all that he had, place your hand under my thigh, and I'll have you swear by the Lord God of the skies and God of the earth, that you won't take a wife for my son from the daughters of the Canaanite among whom I live, but you'll go to my land and my birthplace and take a wife for my son, for Isaac. Now, the hand under the thigh swearing is only noted as a deathbed swearing throughout the entire Bible. Abraham wants his servant and not his son to pick a wife, and he forbids the servant from taking his son with him. See, with Abraham dead, and if Isaac leaves, what happens to the estate? Abraham needed Isaac to stay. So he tells the servant to go to his home to find a bride. He does not want one found among the Canaanites among whom he's living. Well, we learn something important here. And one of the most important things we learn is Isaac did not marry Rebekah because he loved her. He never met her. Marrying for love is a much more recent part of society than people realize. Perhaps he loved her because he married her. But even that we do not actually know. What we do discover about their relationship is that they took complete opposite positions with their twin sons, and that the new head of the family, the pater familias in Rome, was not Isaac. It was the first biblical feminist, Rebekah, wife of Isaac. She was a strong woman, and she was in charge. Now, in the normal biblical scheme of things, the man in need of a bride goes and finds her, and through feats of strength performs the betrothal ritual, which we see various times. We see it here, we see it with Jacob, with Moses, and it's often demonstrated by his watering her sheep or camels, whatever, gives a gift and asks her family for her. This time, it's not like that. The groom is at home, and it's a surrogate who's there. The groom is just staying home, and he is simply waiting at the altar, unaware of what's taking place. Try to be pure at heart. They arrest you for robbery. Mistake your shyness for aloofness, your shyness for snobbery. Got the message this morning, the one that was sent to me, about the madness of becoming what once was never meant to be. East of the Jordan, hard as the rock at Gibraltar, I see the burning of the page, curtain rising on the new age, groom still waiting at the altar. The groom is like an afterthought in this. An agent is sent instead. And it is she, Rebekah, who will become the new head of the family. It is she who performs the betrothal ritual. Not for her betrothed, but for the agent. She fetches water for his 10 camels. And friends, they drink a lot of water. That's an awful lot of work. And she can't just turn on a tap. She must fill jars and carry them. Now, the agent, the servant of Abraham, set a series of preconditions to be met. So he would know when he met the right woman. And she's meeting all of these conditions. And it turns out she's Abraham's niece and therefore Isaac's cousin. Well, I guess it's better than marrying your sister. And we briefly meet her father, who was Laban, who becomes a major player in the Jacob Chronicles, which will be coming up very shortly. Now, she readily agrees to go back to marry Isaac. Never met him, knows nothing about him. And all we really know is he wanders and meditates in the fields, and that, he greatly misses his mother. Find me in my field of grass, Mother Nature's son, swaying daisies, sing a lazy song beneath the sun. Sit beside a mountain stream, see her waters rise, listen to the pretty sound of music as she flies. He needed someone to fulfill his mother's role, and she obviously needed out of her house. It's a match. Maybe one of necessity, and not so beshert. Yes, the world is sacred, so is everything in it. Express your gratitude, my friends. Light a candle, make a wish. Celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light and all who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everybody. An end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we are a community. We learn together. We celebrate each other. We love each other. We share this ride together, men and women equally. Let's send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. And please do learn to forgive and learn to love, including yourself. Open your hearts and honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them. Take advantage of the time you have. Enjoy your journey, my friends. We take the twists and turns and the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our effort to grow, to learn, to be, to love. So please do love. Now bless you all. Have a fantastic week, a week of love and light, a week of peace, a week of miracles. Examine your intentions and use them to imprint your will on the universe. Remember, we set in motion all that happens in our lives. Our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect, everything is linked. As I've said, you always have time to forgive and to be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what's good and bad, so acknowledge what you have done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged, and ask forgiveness. Do so with sincerity, accountability, and vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace, my friends, is purely in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your promised land, your home. Keep on dreaming, keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching, keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love. It's always in front of you. And remember to have faith, an unwavering adherence to principle, just as I have faith in the principle of love in all of you. Act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none, defraud none, hate none. Cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in this year, and may you nurture kindness and love everywhere you go. Work to be present in the body, expand the heart, and quiet the mind. Because the deepest source of real power lies in your consciousness, my friends, in your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances. So make the most of your time in this life. Continue to touch and transform lives around you, because you're never alone. You're forever blessed and have the ability to bring blessings to everybody you meet, health, love, and renewal to everybody you come across. We're all energy, and energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. So transform with your words. They are your power to love, to bless, to heal. So be generous with them. Bless others and bless yourself. And love with the heart, because we're all part of the greater whole. Embrace love, not fear, forgiveness, not anger, and be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you. And continue to explore faith and belief, and never accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel others have felt, whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together, we learn together, and we help each other. Each of us are trying to find true love and acceptance and support we all have or could have. That special someone in our lives, so find them, tell them what they mean, and remember, you're never alone on your journey to your promised land. Watch your words. They hurt you, they heal you, they imprison you, and they free you. Keep forgiving those you need to forgive, and keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. And keep listening to that voice of God as he, she, it talks to you. And maybe, just maybe, for those of you who have not yet, you will meet your true love. Match make, match make. I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom. Slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. Have a wonderful week, my friends, and safe travels for those of you beginning the journey at the end of the week for Thanksgiving. And I am thankful for all of you in my life, and I will see you all real soon. Shabbat shalom, and blessings to you all. Take care.